What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and today's video is going to be a follow-up from the video I did last, which was titled 5 Things I Like About the Skillz platform. And today's video is going to be titled 5 Things I Dislike About Using the Skillz platform. So although I do use Skillz in all of my games, I do want to be as real as possible with you guys, and that way provide you with information so that you can decide for yourself and have realistic expectations and make the decision yourself. Okay, so the 5 things I dislike about using the Skillz eSports platform as a developer. So number 1 is the obvious one, is that Skillz games or any real money games are not really allowed on the Google Play Store. And this is part of Google's terms and conditions. Although they are relaxing their rules on real money games, however, currently at the moment, you would not be able to publish on the Google Play Store if you have a Skillz enabled game or if you have a similar game using a similar platform. So the reason why I don't really like this is because you can host your own Android version of the game on your website, or Skillz also hosts on their website. However, with Android phones, you always are prompted with a security feature on the phone when you download a third-party APK, and this turns a lot of people off from downloading the game because they think they could get a virus or something. So as you can imagine, the Android user base is not as big as the iOS user base within my Skillz games. So yeah, it's just something for you guys to consider. There are other ways around that. You can upload your game to the Samsung Galaxy Store. Also, I think the Amazon Store, App Store also accepts real money games, and there might be a few others, but at the moment what I do is I just host it on my own website, and I'm not too bothered about the Android base currently. Hopefully that'll change when Google updates their terms and conditions regarding real money games. So the second thing I don't like about using the Skillz platform is the fact that you, as a developer, you can't really advertise on Facebook because Facebook, like Google Play, have a policy against advertising real money games. This is unless you have your account whitelisted, which is quite a complicated process to do, and as of yet, I have yet to actually whitelist my own account. So this is just another thing to consider, is that you can't really take advantage of the Facebook ad platform, which, I mean, if you are an app developer already and you've done some user acquisition, Facebook is really a go-to for us app developers. So that's a pity about that, but you can advertise on other platforms like Iron Source and Ad Colony and things like that. So just another thing to be aware of. The third thing I dislike about the Skillz platform, well, this is more personal to my situation because currently I'm living in Poland in Europe, so the time differences between here and where Skillz is based, which is San Francisco, USA, there's a big difference in the time zones. So when there are important issues, such as if I discover a critical bug which is affecting the game and it really needs to be updated ASAP, I kind of have to wait until someone from the Skillz support team is essentially awake and is able to deal with that problem, because a lot of the times when you submit a lot of the times when you submit new builds of your game, new versions, they have to be approved. If they are cache enabled, they have to be approved by Skillz before you can actually upload them to the App Store. And sometimes I find myself in situations where it's the morning here, there's a big problem with the game and it needs to be updated, but I kind of have to wait until the evening until I can sort that out. So that's another thing to be aware of if you're living outside of the USA, but it's not a huge problem. It's just a small thing that I've picked up as being a Skillz developer. The fourth thing I don't like about the Skillz platform is when it comes to general user acquisition, or should I say paid user acquisition, unless Skillz deems your game economically viable, they won't really spend any money on user acquisition on your game. And this is kind of a problem because if you decide you want to scale your game on your own, you'll have to fund this from your 50% of the revenue which you make from that game. So essentially, Skillz gets 50%, you get 50% of the monthly revenue from the game. However, if you want to run paid user acquisition, you'll have to spend the money from your own pocket. And as far as I know, they don't really match the cost or cover any of the costs. So I find it's kind of a little bit unfair when they're still getting their 50% and then your profit margins are reduced because you have to pay for your user acquisition from your own split. So this reduces the profit margins that you could potentially make. So the fifth and final thing I don't like about the Skillz platform are the constant SDK updates. So if you don't know, Skillz is they basically provide a free SDK which you implement into your game, and that basically turns it into an online competitive multiplayer experience with cash tournaments and leagues and all that good stuff. However, they constantly are updating the SDK to provide the best possible user experiences for everybody. And yeah, this results in you constantly having to update your game and resubmit it onto the App Store. And I don't know if it's just me, but every time I submit an update, something tends to go wrong in the game. It starts crashing, and then you got to figure out a whole list of other problems. It doesn't happen all the time, but it's happened enough times for me to mention it in this video. And I just wish they had a different solution. Like when you update the software in your iPhone, it kind of just updates automatically, and maybe they'll do that in the future, which will save a lot of headache for the developers. And yeah, so those are the things I dislike about using the Skillz platform. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you considering this route of monetization in your games? So if you enjoyed that video, please smash the like button and subscribe if you want to see more of these type of videos. And yeah, I will see you on the next one. Peace.